The twin flame narrative is often confused with the more familiar soulmate concept, but the two are fundamentally different. A soulmate is typically understood as someone with whom one shares a deep, harmonious connection, whether it be romantic, familial, or platonic. Soulmates are not necessarily tied to suffering or emotional turmoil, unlike the twin flame relationship, which is often portrayed as fraught with obstacles and emotional intensity. This confusion between the two concepts blurs the line between healthy, balanced relationships and unhealthy attachments. Believing in the necessity of suffering for spiritual union distorts the natural ebb and flow of human relationships, leading many to misinterpret emotional pain as spiritual progress. This mindset can be particularly harmful to those who are already struggling with relationship challenges or personal growth. The connection with a twin flame catalyst can often feel deceptive, blurring lines between what is real and what is illusion. They resonate with vibrations similar to those of the true twin flame, creating confusion that can lead one to believe they have found their destined counterpart. However, while catalysts may seem like an exact match, there is always a slight distinction. True twin flames share one soul and one vibration, while catalysts have their own twin flames and belong to the same broader soul group deep. Eye contact becomes a powerful form of activation between a light holder and both a catalyst and their true twin flame. With the true twin flame, there is a perfect alignment of energy centers, such as chakras, while with a catalyst, a sense of mutual attraction exists but often feel incomplete. Despite a pleasurable connection, a lingering doubt might remain, as envisioning a future with them tends to slip just out of grasp. Catalysts often arrive during significant moments of change, reappearing periodically to maintain a friendship rather than a deeply romantic bond. Their attraction lingers, but rarely reaches the intense depths of twin flame love. Unlike twin flames, whose connection evolves alongside spiritual awakening, catalysts serve a transient purpose, pushing individuals toward personal growth and discovery without committing to long-term entanglements. Moreover, it is not uncommon to notice similar physical traits shared with catalysts, leading to a perception of familial resemblance. In contrast, while true twin flames may also share profound bonds and potential similarities, that is not a universal truth. Other relationships, such as karmic connections and trauma bonds, introduce distinctly different dynamics. Karmic relationships often feel burdensome and unbalanced, characterized by emotional turmoil and significant lessons that yield growth through pain. Mystical traditions. Many twin flame advocates rely on Gnosticism and other mystical traditions to justify their beliefs, interpreting symbolic teachings as literal truths. In Gnostic texts, the idea of divine marriage often represents the union of spirit and soul, or the integration of masculine and feminine energies within an individual, an internal process of personal spiritual enlightenment. The twin flame narrative distorts these symbolic teachings into externalized, romanticized ideals of finding the one. By misapplying these esoteric teachings, modern spiritualists fail to see that such traditions were about inner transformation, not the pursuit of a perfect partner. This creates a false promise that twin flame will complete or heal an individual, distracting from the real work of self-awareness and emotional growth. The misuse of the Akashic Records. Some claim that the Akashic Records, an ethereal repository of all universal knowledge, prove the existence of twin flames. While the Akashic Records are a tool for accessing spiritual insights, they are not fact-based evidence and should not be treated as such. Accessing these records often results in subjective spiritual experiences, which vary from person to person. Though I have taught others how to access the Akashic Records, I am not blind to their limitations. These records are not reliable sources of objective truth, and to assert that they confirm twin flames is to misrepresent the nature of spiritual inquiry. The Akasha may exist, and it may offer insights, but claiming it proves something as specific and modern as twin flames stretches credulity, psychological harm, and unhealthy relationships. One of the most concerning aspects of the twin flame belief system is the psychological damage it can cause. Twin flame relationships are often characterized by intense emotional highs and lows, frequently mimicking anxious avoidant attachment dynamics. These relationships can trap individuals in cycles of obsession, and unhealthy attachment, believing that suffering is necessary for their eventual union. Many people endure toxic, dysfunctional relationships because they believe their partner is their twin flame. This justification encourages codependency, emotional manipulation, and emotional unavailability, all of which are harmful, not healing. Instead of fostering personal growth and healthy partnerships, the twin flame theory often prolongs emotional turmoil, leading individuals to confuse emotional abuse or neglect with spiritual tests or divine challenges. In a world where many light holders exist, it is common for them to encounter the twin flames of others who remain asleep. They engage in a dance, moving with heavy hearts and hesitant affections as their soul's journey takes them through the darkest depths of despair. Each step teaches them the intricate choreography necessary to ultimately rise and reconnect with their true selves. This journey demands a purging of the dross, all shadow aspects, manifestations in the form of a mystic, a maniac, and a denier come forth as teachers, each imparting valuable lessons through their unique struggles. While many people report feeling intense connections with certain individuals, these experiences can be explained through psychological phenomena such as attachment theory, projection, or trauma bonding. These emotional dynamics can feel like a predestined connection, but are rooted in unresolved emotional wounds or relational patterns, not cosmic destiny. Psychologically, the twin flame narrative can serve as a distraction from addressing underlying personal issues. Instead of focusing on healing past traumas, developing emotional intelligence, or building healthy relational skills, individuals become fixated on the idea of union with their twin flame as the solution to all their problems. Perpetuation by influencers and spiritual gurus. The twin flame theory continues to thrive largely because of influencers and spiritual gurus who are financially and emotionally invested in promoting the concept. These figures sell courses, offer readings, and host workshops based on twin flame ideology, benefiting from the emotional turmoil and spiritual confusion of their followers. Their vested interest in maintaining the narrative prevents them from critically examining its flaws or the harm it causes. Many of these influencers are trapped in their own beliefs, unable to see beyond their blinders. Their attachment to the theory is reinforced by the sense of authority it provides them and the validation they receive from those still seeking their twin flame. A result, they perpetuate the twin flame myth without regard for the negative emotional and psychological impact on their audience. The term twin flame does not appear in ancient texts or traditional spiritual teachings. It gained popularity in the 20th century, emerging from the New Age movement and romantic spiritual literature. The idea that each person has one perfect match who completes them is a relatively recent construct, not an eternal truth passed down through the ages. By romanticizing the idea of finding one perfect counterpart, the twin flame theory ignores the complexities of real relationships and reduces personal spiritual growth to a quest for external validation. The romanticized language of twin flames appeals to those seeking meaning and connection, but it is ultimately a product of modern spiritual consumerism, not ancient wisdom, built on a combination of historical distortion misinterpretation of mystical teachings, and modern romantic ideals. Despite its allure, it lacks any grounding in historical fact, spiritual texts, or psychological understanding. Influencers and spiritual gurus perpetuate the narrative, often to their own benefit, while ignoring the emotional harm and psychological damage it causes to those who believe in it. Those who are still attached to this belief are often blind to the harm it perpetuates and the emotional chaos it creates. This path stretches across decades, encapsulating the trials faced in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, each shadow demanding 10 years of introspection and growth, each step marked by profound pain. Amidst the learning, the concept of a false twin flame emerges as a catalyst in one's spiritual journey. This individual is part of both the light holder and their true twin flame, soul group characterized by similar and compatible energies. Essentially, they are high-level soulmates who enter lives for a specific purpose, serving as members of the soul family intended to catalyze growth. They shift dynamics and guide individuals toward where they need to be. Trauma bonds draw together individuals with shared experiences of pain, fostering healing and understanding. Twin flames embody a complex blend of attributes found in catalysts, karmic relationships, and trauma bonds. They teach and challenge while providing mutual support in healing old traumas. The connection is deep, profound, and often transcends all other relationship types, creating a unique and transformative experience within one's spiritual journey. Yet, among the light holders, there remains a belief that the truth of their twin flame has yet to be revealed. The masculine counterpart awaits in the future, having endured his own battles, bearing the scars of a war-torn existence. When their paths finally cross, the dance will come naturally. For years of preparation have led to this moment. Their reunion, imbued with a sense of hereath, an intense longing for home, will unfold swiftly, perfected through the trials of their shared journeys.